welcome to Beer Insomnia. Make sure you subscribe right now. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you share the video. Please leave a comment below. And also make sure you follow me on Instagram at HDDNWRK, which means hidden work. And if you want a spiritual consultation, a spiritual outline, or a decoding of any kind, from a dream decoding to anything that's going on in your life, you make sure that you email me, insomnia@gmail.com. Everything is in the description. So today we're going to be discussing how not to be led astray by spiritual teachers, by tarot readers, by babalaos, so-called shamans, etc. How not to be led astray, and why you should not be in this shit for money gain. Now first, let me cover how to not be led astray by these so-called teachers and etc., readers, etc. See, what happens is people get into this, spiritual community or work. I don't even consider myself a part of a community. I'm just doing my thing. You understand? But a lot of people get into this shit and they like to regurgitate information, either for an ego boost or just for a money gain, period. You understand? And this has nothing to do with the next topic I'm talking about in regards to using spirituality for money gain. But, they're simply just using this as a hustle. A lot of the time it's hustle shit. Other times it's for ego boosting. And, even vamping, so to speak. There's a lot of teachers out here, and these people are known and respected by a lot of people, and they're still fucked up and doing fucked up shit to clients and viewers who are, following their message, so to speak, right? And during the entire time that they may be speaking some truth, there's also some falsified shit in there to fit their agenda, to either scam you out of money or to vamp off of you, And that's literally what all the ego boosting is about, to be honest. You got people in this shit looking for people who have that light so they can feed off of it. And how you know that you're being, vamped off of by a so-called spiritual teacher is when you feel sick. When you feel sick, when you start to feel, just off of the frequency and whatnot, you begin to literally, get nauseous, headaches, etc., or even get a bad vibe, or don't agree with something all the way because it sounds weird. That's when you know you're dealing with a vamp. You're dealing with a scam or con artist who is, disguising themselves as some type of spiritual teacher or healer or etc. You understand? These people are vamps, and you have to know when you're dealing with one. If something seems off and spirit is telling you that some shit is off, go with your intuition, because again, these people ain't for your highest purpose or for your better good. These people are using you, to either, eat off of you, feed off of you, or literally just trying to scam you out of money, or both. You know what I'm saying? And even just scamming someone out of money is a form of feeding, to be honest, because that's energy exchange. You understand? So really, it's all vamping. It's all vamping altogether. So you need to know, when you're dealing with someone who is doing that and who is on some malevolent shit with you on the spiritual shit. Everyone is not your friend in the spiritual shit, number one. And I covered that, months and months ago. Everyone is not your friend in the spiritual shit. Everyone is not here to help you. There's a lot of people that's here to vamp off of you and use your light. People here to eat off of your light. That's literally what it is. You understand? And right now, what's happening is, there's a lot of people that's regurgitating information, to financially help themselves, and they're really just scamming because it's not, from them. It's not from the heart. It's not from within. It's just coming from someone else. They're stealing a lot of information. A lot of people on Twitter have been, complaining and, talking about how that's been going on. People have been stealing their information and using it on YouTube, etc. You understand? So a lot of this information is really not from source. It's just being stolen and used for financial gain. It's not original content. It's just blatant theft. And they're using it to, financially support themselves. You understand? Then you have people that do know this science, to, whatever degree they know it at, and they're using it just to vamp. You know what I'm saying? So altogether, it's just vamping all the way. Straight vamp shit. You know what I mean? But that's what it is. People are literally stealing and using science, for their better good. It's not for you. And this work is for everybody. Everybody's supposed to be getting, you know, the right amount of care and to help them, gain in this spiritual shit, not for just one person to gain. And that's what's happening. People are using this shit for themselves and being selfish, and then not helping the collective. You understand? They ain't helping the collective with what's going on. They're not helping the collective know. They're not even telling you the full details of shit that you should know. They only giving half-ass shit and shit that they want you to know so they can vamp off of you. So it's kind of bullshit, that they're feeding you to feed off you as a whole anyway. So that's what the fuck is going on. And then on top of that, let's talk about, just in general, people coming in here on the spiritual path because they want to fix their finances. Look, you don't even have to be spiritual to financially grow and flourish. That shit ain't really no spiritual shit. Just in general, you getting money is going to happen if you ain't focused on it. It's just law. You understand? That's just law here on this plane. Money only really exists, in physical reality. You know what I mean? And yes, it's a source of energy, but being spiritual, doesn't like equate to like riches and etc. You know what I mean? There's not many people who are on this path who are rich. Not saying you can't be rich. If it's for you to be rich, you will. But my point is, making money and getting money ain't gonna be the focus here. That's not what the focus here is on this path. Now, you will get what you're supposed to get. You will always have, period, food, home, shelter, etc. You'll always have, when you trust spirit, and when your your energy is in cooperation with spirits around you. That's a given. You're gonna have. You understand? But being in this shit ain't about getting high up in the stock market and etc. This is not what this shit is about. So people coming in here, thinking they're just gonna have a financial difference just randomly. Like, this is not what it's about. There's so many people that's focused on money magic, money magic, money magic. Listen, in my experience in this shit, the money came from me just trusting spirit. And I wasn't even really focused on the money. You understand? And yes, there's times you're gonna be in need. What this shit really is about is to swallow your pride, really to humble yourself. To be honest, this is what this shit is really about. Humbling yourself and not, thinking that, you can't ever need or get help from anyone, because, there's gonna come a time where you need help and you have to ask people for shit sometimes, so it's a learning experience. That's where your money's gonna come from. I'm not saying that you have to beg people for money or some shit, but there's gonna come a time where you're gonna have to ask people for money. There's gonna come a time for that. I know we all want to be independent, and we are gonna be independent, but it's about humbling yourself. It's about compassion, as one of my closest friends would say. This is about compassion, understanding. This is where your financial situation changes. You understand? It doesn't come from, just doing a bunch of money magic and shit, and I'm not saying you can't do that, because I've done that at one point. We've all, dabbled in that, to experiment or whatever the case may be, but most people come into this shit, just straight money. Like, no. This is not what it is, and it's kind of a half-ass thing that's going on for real. It's really just half-ass shit, you know. It's completely half-ass. If you just coming in like, oh, I need money, like, no, that's half-ass shit. You understand? So, people in general, that come in here on that shit, because the majority of people who are on this path really ain't on this path, if that makes sense. To be completely honest with you, but yeah, man, that's just what it is, man. It's only a few of us that are really, really, trying to elevate in this shit. And it takes work to elevate, It takes understanding. It takes a lot of things, you know. Your willingness is gonna show, period, Some people never get far, they just stay stagnant, and that's not the goal at all, But the whole money thing, yeah, it's gonna come. You're always gonna have, but you have to trust spirit, and you have to do the things that's required to attain and manifest. Period. Manifestation, 101. You have to do what is, required to do that, and that's pretty much it. And yeah, I'm not a teacher, but I am bearing insomnia. Make sure you subscribe right now. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you share the video, and make sure you leave a comment below. Let me know how you feel. And if you've ever had an experience, with, a teacher, you're trying to take advantage, or you questioning some shit, make sure you leave it in the comments. And also follow me at HDDNWRK, which means hidden work. And if you want a spiritual consultation, spiritual outline, decoding of any kind, from dream decoding to a decoding of any kind, you make sure that you email me, bearinsomnia@gmail.com. I will soon have a site for that soon. But, to email me, bearinsomnia@gmail.com. I will have my services on a site coming soon. And everything is in the description. You guys have a beautiful Wednesday. I'm going to see you again real soon. Peace.